Hello, how are you? I'm so glad you're here. In this video, I'm going to talk a bit about nighttime symptoms because that's something that comes up a lot with people, both that I work with directly and also something that comes up a lot in some of the groups on Facebook that I'm in. So I think it's something that's really quite relevant and it would be good to talk about for people. I know myself when I had symptoms of chronic pain and fibromyalgia that nighttime was the sort of last symptoms really to go. And I think people often find that they'll see I'm fine during the day or I'm making so much progress, I can manage things during the day, but overnight it all just seems to go a bit wrong. Now, I'm not sure of the science behind that. I'm not obviously not a neuroscientist, so I'm not 100% sure of the science behind it. But my Tuppence my thoughts on it is that firstly during the night, obviously there's less distraction, and when we're in our quiet space, when we're sleeping, then the subconscious has more chance to come up and start making its presence a bit more felt. So I think often that's certainly a contributing factor in why symptoms persist more at night. Obviously, during the day, we can distract, we can catch our thoughts, we can use our calming techniques and use all the skills that we have learnt through doing pain reprocessing therapy and other techniques, and we can apply them easier during the day. But during the night, it's more difficult. I say our subconscious, I think, has a bit more control over what's going on. It's not so quick to be quietened by the rational brain, and I think that's certainly a contributing factor to it. Another way to think about it is everything seems worse during the night. Noises are worse during the night, aren't they? Things that wouldn't bother you during the day can be seen much scarier during the night. Everything seems more intense. It's always a bit more panicky. If somebody's unwell during the night, if your child's unwell during the night, it always seems much worse than when they're unwell at 10 o'clock in the morning. Somehow it always seems more challenging. And even when we don't live with chronic pain, often when there's things worrying us, it's during the night that they'll come up. So I think again that shows us how the brain and the subconscious is much more active at that time. Another contributing factor, I think, is we often have quite set routines during the evening and preparation for going to bed and sleep. And again, we'll then predict that we're going to have the pain at certain times. And I think, again, like I said, everything seems worse during the night. And I think we put more on what the impact is if we have symptoms overnight. So I think, oh, if that back pain's going to bother me again during that time, I'm going to get sleeping again, and I've got a busy day ahead tomorrow, and I just know it's going to come on, and that's going to be it, and that'll be me. I've not had a good sleep, and I've got so many things to do, and how am I going to cope, and all that kind of the kind of usual rabbit hole that we can find ourselves going down. So we're preempting, we're predicting, we're knowing that our back is going to be sore, we're knowing that our IC is going to play up, we're going up to the toilet during the night. We know that our feet are going to be hurting during the night. Whatever it may be, the headache, whatever your symptom is, we're predicting that it's going to come on at night because it has in the past, and we're predicting that that's going to be the situation going forward. And that's difficult. Again, during the day, you can distract yourself, you can use all your techniques, you can have all your routines. During the night, you can't do that. So what can you do? Well, first of all, I would say the important thing is to make sure you're doing your techniques that are calming your system before you go to bed. So lots of whatever your go-to thing is. So be it a bit of meditation, be it some breath work, be it some yoga, be it sitting, listening to some relaxing music, doing some breathing, along with that, whatever it is that works for you. So make sure you're doing some of that in the lead up to going to bed. And also having some positive things to say. So reminding yourself that just because things have happened before doesn't mean they're going to happen again. When they do happen, it's often your brain is predicting what's happening rather than anything else. So sending yourself some positive thoughts, calming positive thoughts. So if it's back pain, well, I know that there's no damage in my back, I know that I'm safe. When I go to bed, I'm going to lie down, I'm going to be comfortable, I'm going to imagine myself being very comfortable, sleeping soundly. So all the kind of visualizations, positive affirmations around how the night is going to go. If your sleep is disturbed, then have something very simple to do. So it's maybe not the time to go into any elaborate technique, but the simple hand on the chest. I'm safe. I'm here in my bed. I'm absolutely fine. I can do my breathing. I know that there's no damage in my back. And I'm just going to lie here and take some slow breaths and remind myself that I'm safe and well. Some very simple calming thing. You don't want to get into some big complicated thing you've got to think too much about. So something very simple, hands in the chest, slow breaths, couple of positive, safe affirmations just to try and calm the nervous system. If you need to get up, then get up. There's no harm in that, and don't beat yourself up over it. Get up, go to the bathroom, have a walk around the room, whatever it is you need to do, and then go back and remind yourself that you're doing the best you can and that you're okay and you're safe, and all the usual things that you'll do. Nice, simple, calming techniques like that. And it's like everything else. It's like all the symptoms that you've overcome during the day. It's the same process, but nighttime generally does seem to be harder. It's a harder time, as I say, for everything. So it's not surprising that we struggle with that a bit more. And I say it certainly was the time for me, and even comparatively recently, I used to often still get a pain in the side of my my hip region during the night. Kind of again, I kind of expected it to be there. It's gone now. I don't know, don't know why, but it's gone. It's obviously not something that's on the agenda anymore at the minute. But it has now gone. But I know for myself and for the vast majority of people that I work with in whatever form, that nighttime is often the challenging time. So be kind to yourself. Keep working away. Keep looking at what you're doing, making sure you're doing lots of calming activities. Don't beat yourself up over it. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to have a perfect night's sleep. You'll just go with it. Lots of calming things. I think it's all about keeping the nervous system in a calmer state, because that's what we're looking for. And we can be in that calmer state, then things will eventually resolve. So I hope that gives you a wee bit of reassurance that you're not alone if you're struggling overnight. I said a lot of people are in the same boat, and it will come good. So just keep the faith, keep doing the work, and take care of yourself. And I'll see you again soon. Okay, bye for now.